wake-up call, a trigger, a defining moment, a thing that happens that makes you see the world with completely new eyes. In a film, it's called the climax of the story, the moment of change, the turning point. In real life, it is a moment of awakening. According to Miriam Webster dictionary online, a wake-up call is defined as something that serves to alert a person to a problem, danger, or need. Other words for wake-up call are caution, red flag, red light, a warning. So you can see the sense of urgency that usually accompanies a wake-up call. When life or the universe or God decides to send you a wake-up call, it is something that you simply can't ignore, literally and figuratively. There are many events that can trigger a wake-up call. These are moments that can be perceived as negative or moments that can be perceived as positive or good. Negative events that lead to wake-up calls often include traumatic injury, accidents, death of a loved one, loss of some sort like loss of a job or relationship. Positive events that can trigger a wake-up call include winning the lottery perhaps, meeting someone profound, having a wish come true, realizing a truth, experiencing an awakening, or falling in love. There are also minor wake-up calls and major wake-up calls. A minor wake-up call is something irritating or out of the ordinary that catches your attention. This can be an argument with somebody that you care about, or even something happens to somebody that you care about. A major wake-up call, on the other hand, is something traumatic, like getting into an accident of some kind, with or without an injury. There is a cycle with which wake-up calls come to us. See this diagram. Let me explain. The cycle starts with us living in a certain way. Usually this way is not healthy or functional in some way. A few subtle hints are provided by the universe that change is needed or a better way is out there. But we often ignore that, don't we? Something bigger happens, and then again we ignore that, or we make some kind of small, minuscule change. And then suddenly, boom, the big one happens. You wake up. This causes the full wake up. You make changes in your life. You call it a wake-up call, and often you never even give credit to those little messages that were coming to you along the way, those smaller wake-up calls. But wait, you can wake up now and pay attention to the little messages. You don't need the big thing to happen to you for you to wake up and start doing the things that will improve your life. You can start to design the life you want now. You can decide now to take control over everything. Create, don't react.
According to Dr. Joe Dispenza in the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, we can learn and change in a state of pain and suffering, or we can do so in a state of joy and inspiration. We don't have to wait until we are so uncomfortable that we feel forced to move out of our resting state.
Here are 5 areas of life that cause a wake-up call. Number 1 is relationships. We either start to take a relationship for granted, or we don't appreciate that relationship. Source will show up, and Source shows us what it would be like without them. Number 2 is something happens that threatens one's overall health or livelihood. Number 3 is with regard to mobility. We are temporarily immobilized, and hence we learn how lucky we are to have all of our faculties. Number 4 is finances. Something happens that allows one to see that one is blessed financially, especially in comparison to others in the world that have much less. And number 5 is life in general. Something happens that allows one to see how fragile or how precious life really is. Luckily, this video is a wake-up call for you in itself. Here are 5 small changes that you can make in your life in order to avoid the big, scary wake-up calls. First of all, number 1, you can eat in a more nutritious and healthy way. Eat to live rather than living to eat. Number 2, you can get physical activity daily. Create a healthy, fit version of you. Number 3, spend time with people that you love before they are not there. Number 4, always keep working on yourself. Take that class, learn that instrument, learn a new language, do that DIY that you've been thinking about doing. And number 5 is do activities, try new things, take a risk. The big idea here is that you don't let life just happen to you. Take it by the reins. Show life that you do not need a wake-up call because you are already wide awake. Okay, my lovely positive peeps, that is all I have for you for today's video. I'm happy to have you all here. Please share, leave a comment below. Let me know if you have experienced a wake-up call in your lifetime. Leave any comments, any questions. I love all of it, and I will respond to everyone. I hope you have a lovely day. Please smile. Do something today that you enjoy. Be in the moment and really bask in it. I love you all so much. Take care and be positive. Mwah.